Hey, what's up you guys? It's Miranda and today I'm going to be showing you this look that I have on right now. It's not October, so I don't know why I filmed like I literally look like a witch right now. But it's okay. I'm kind of into it. It's kind of like a vampy fall look. If you want to like take away the cheek region, it's like pretty wearable honestly, other than, that part. So I, 10 out of 10 recommend. I'm enjoying it. So there's that. But I'm just gonna let you guys watch the video. If you want to keep on watching, and if you want to leave, then go watch James Charles. I don't really know. So let's just get on into the video. Alrighty, so what I'm gonna do is basically just do my base really sped up. I'll show you all the products like Instagram style, and I'll just speed it up really fast just because it's like not that important. And then I'll just get to the eyes and like actually explain. So enjoy this really sped up face routine. All right. All right, the base is all done. To be honest, it looks awful in person, but this lighting is doing me a lot of favors. So 10 out of 10 would not recommend this Revolution foundation. Yeah, kind of sort of hate it a lot, so don't use it. But I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. She's gorgeous, obviously. So, and then here's this. I'm going to be going into Weekender, which is this shade right here. It's like this, like basically the color of your skin color. And just wash that like all over my lid. It's kind of like barely darker than my skin color, so it's like, it's good. Alright, so I just built that up. It's like barely noticeable, but it's a good like transition, I feel, because it's not like my exact skin color. So now I'm going to go into Riff. It is this warm shade right there. So you just kind of want like a milk chocolatey brown. Honestly, you could use a bronzer for this if you don't want to buy an expensive palette. So I'm just kind of layering that over what we already put down, just like literally the smallest amount, because again, it's like kind of like a little transition shade. Okay, that's all built up basically. Sorry for my squeaky chair. Now I'm going to switch brushes and go into kind of a more like flat, fluffy brush, if you can tell what that looks like. And you have two options here. If you're using the same palette as me, you can go into Punk, which is kind of a more like reddish brown. It's like extremely matte. Or you can go into Good as Gone, which is kind of like a, it's not a shimmer, I would call it like a satin, but it's definitely like a true brown. So you can do either one of those. I think I'm going to go into Punk just because I am going to be using these purple shades here, and they obviously are like purple, so they have a red in them. So I think Punk will just go really well with those. And you're just going to start towards the bottom and really build it up right there, and then, you know, kind of start blending upwards. Alright, so I have that really blended in. So as you could see, I just kind of like pat it in really nicely with the other brush. It's a different brush. But I just pat it in, and then I kind of started lightly swiping, and then when I got it really built up, then I started to swipe it in my crease. So I'm going back in with the original brush and going into Weekender, so that really skin color one, and I'm going to start, you know, kind of like blending in the edges, and once you get that pretty nice, you can go into Riff. And again, blend in the edges. So this is all about blending it out. So I'm just gonna mess with those two shades and, you know, possibly go back in with the darker one until I like the gradient, basically. So I got the blend that I wanted. She looks like that. So now we're gonna go into like the fun part of it, which I'm excited for personally myself. So I'm gonna start with Hellride, which is this. What would you call it? Like a purple, I guess? I guess it's a purple. And I'm going to start putting that under the eyes and being, oh, sorry. I have a little bit of fallout. Let's wipe the fallout away really fast. Pro tip, when you wipe fallout away, don't like press it in and like drag it. Use like a really fluffy brush and just like barely like kind of like flick it away. And that's just if you don't have like bake on, because if you have bake on, it'll just come right off. So I'm using this brush. I promise it's clean. It's just stained. This is my Wet n Wild brush, and I love it. I use it for everything. So you can honestly go in with any pop of color you want. I just like the purple look, so I'm going in with Hellride. Definitely tap off the X's because they are like, well, you can't see that, but they are a little bit powdery. It doesn't really bother me, but you don't want any fallout. So you just kind of start going under the eye. So there's like a little bit of it. And you just keep going until you reach the desired opacity. There's my English major. You definitely probably want to use a different brush. I'm using this little square one. I wouldn't recommend a square, but I don't really want like a fluffy brush for this because I am going to be using this like kind of shimmery shade right there called Wild Heart, and so I don't want the shimmers to like go everywhere. So yeah, using this, I'm probably going to wet it. I'm going to start, I'll just do it and show you. I don't know why I wouldn't do that in the first place. So going into that color, tapping and like getting some good pigment, and then I'm going to start like doing that. So literally nothing showed up. So I'm gonna spray it. I'll just spray it with the Marie Badescu rose water. It's kind of diluted with water because I was gonna run out and I didn't want to go buy another one, so I filled the rest of it up with water. So that's that for you. And just go under your eye. Okay, so you can stop here, add your lashes, do all that jazz if you want. I'm extra, so I'm gonna be taking, let's take a different fluffy brush. Let's take this one. Ooh, probably a bad idea because it's covered in like orange and red. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna take this like extremely fluffy brush, this one right here, and I'm gonna go into Hellride and literally just like pack up my brush and like, you know, And I'm gonna start kind of like going like around my eye, kind of like on the cheek region. And literally just like, this is a bad idea. I shouldn't have done this, but here we are. We already did it. I'm actually gonna take, what's a different brush that I can use for this specific instance? Let's use this instead. Here's a fluffy brush, like an actual face brush, and I'm gonna go in to the, maybe a little bit of, you know, just both. And just kind of, oh, no, this was a bad choice. I should not have done this at all. I hate myself. We're just, this looks so bad. Like, I actually want to die. Like, actually. I'm just gonna like, okay, let's take the Beauty Blender on that, because this side looks kind of good, you know, like kind of fun. This side, however, she needs help. She really does. So we're gonna blend her out with the, I'm using the side that had foundation on it to hopefully like get it blended and then go back in. This has no product on it, or like I didn't pick up any new product on it. We're gonna go in like that. This side looks so bad. This side, however, like kind of fun and fresh, you know what I mean? So kind of good. Then I'm gonna go into, let's use this one, my bronzer brush, and go into Riff. Tap, and then we're gonna go in on my wrist first to get that initial pigment off, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna go in like underneath and do that to tie in the top part to this, you know? Does that make sense? It's reading better in real life than it is on camera, which is ironic because usually it reads so much better on camera than it does in real life. And that's just not working out for me right now, so we're gonna go in with a highlighter and hope that that saves us, right? Okay. This is Dulce. This is Dulce Pink from Milani. It's like their baked one. I'm gonna go in with this first, and then I'm gonna layer a better one on top of it. I'm just using this brush right here. I mean, kind of good, so. I look like a witch that got like punched in the face. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. highlighter too, just because, you know? You know, who doesn't want that like extra glow? You know what I'm saying? Alright, while my lashes are drying, I'm gonna put a lipstick on. Let's find it. This bad boy right here by Anastasia. And I'm just gonna grab like a little brush. Let's use this one that I currently use for eyeliner. Wow. Okay, and I'm gonna go into the very bottom shade right here. Number 13. So. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my lash that's literally dry and put them on. Kind of good. Same. This is the Revlon Ultra Volume. Ow. It's really old. And I'm gonna just coat my top and bottom lashes. Alright, so I guess that's it. That's all the makeup I have for you today. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you're feeling extra nice. I really didn't have a kind of direction for this look, but this is what we end up with. This side's still kind of ugly, but it's fine. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna go now. I'll see you in my next video, and goodbye.